Hello, my name's Pumpkin and welcome to the patch. And today I will be giving you a tour of my valley here on Dreamlight Valley. This is the start of a new series where I would like to decorate every biome on Dreamlight Valley, including the ones on the DLC. Now my main valley is mostly decorated and I would like to show you what I have done so far. I will start from this side of the plaza. The theme I've gone for is a shopping strip in a town. As you can see right now, it is decorated for the holidays. It's still very Christmassy. Soon I'll redecorate it so it is just wintry. I do like to decorate just the plaza for the seasons. So at some point I will decorate it for spring. Here we have Daisy's shop and Maleficent being very extra. Oh, and Sadness. Hello, sweetheart. We have Daisy's shop just here, and we have the cafe just here. Oh, look at her sitting down, sweet angel. I like to have the chairs pointed out so the villagers can sit down, so it makes it look a bit more bustling and busy. It makes the valley look more animated. We go through here where the well is. Down here, we have a nice cocoa stand. And I've been decorating a lot with the Wish Blossom Ranch greenery, which very much suits the winter vibe that I've got going on here. If we go around here, we have Scrooge's shop. Again, it has the Wish Blossom Ranch skin on it to go with the winter theme that we have. And through here, we have the Toontown Fire Station. I think this really suits the town style that I'm going for. And the Toontown car. We have a building piece from the Wish Blossom Ranch. Wish Blossom, it's so difficult to say. And then just here we have Lucky's bed, which I think suits the fire station very well. We have the cute Christmas tree here. Like I said, very soon I will redecorate this so it's not so Christmassy anymore. This is my home. This has all my inventory in it from the main stuff in the valley. And over here we have the lovely windmill, if I can get it in shot. Oh, not quite. The windmill again from Wish Blossom Ranch. Gosh, that's so difficult to say. Did they actually think about how difficult it is to say Wish Blossom Ranch? Wish Blossom. Wish Blossom. I don't think they did. And then over here, I have a little town square. We have Remy's restaurant, a very cute little bakery, and this is my second inventory house. It's got all my quest items in it that I haven't completed yet. And if we come up here, it's decorated mostly natural. And we have a cooking station. My plaza changes seasonally, so it'd be nice to keep you updated when I do in fact change it over to just a winter theme. At some point I would like to decorate the interior of the shops like this bakery here and the cafe over the other side. I will keep you updated with that. This is the peaceful meadow. This is one of my favourite builds. I've gone for a fairy core, overgrown, natural look. I think it's very, very pretty. If we come over here, you can see the Pixie Hollow hot air balloon. Again, going very much with those fairy vibes. And then here we have the river kit with the castle ruins. I use the castle ruins quite often. I think it just gives everything a very rustic, overgrown look. And then just here, some more of the river kit and some more of the castle ruins. They're so good. Then over here, some more flowers, nice pinks. And then we have the well here. Not much to say about the wells. I don't really make them part of the build that much. They're just kind of hidden most of the time. Then we have the snuggly duckling here. This is actually decorated inside. It looks like a little tavern. It's very cute. With a lot of my biomes, I like to start off with a colour palette. So if you see here, the pinks and the purples and the greens. And then just here, we have Goofy and Mickey's stool and some seating. If we come over here, we have a cooking setup and a cute gazebo here. Oh, and there's my Wolfie going to pick up some sticks like a good boy that he is. I like to have a cooking station on every biome and a DIY station on every biome. Have another one of the totems down here. A nice pink glow. And then if we come through here, we have easy access to our fishing spot. I like to try and make my builds have easy access to the spots like the mining nodes, the fishing spots. Hello, Ursula. And same with this pond over here. Oh, thank you, good boy. We come over here.
This village smells
we've got the upper
like
end of the
magic. Is that
the upper side of the ruins even. You see the castle kit where I've made the pond through there. And just here we have the Pixie Hollow watermill. I like the placing of this right near the pond. They almost look like they're connected, which I really enjoy. And then through here we have the backside. Oh, there's Clara. Woof, woof, woof. Just my dog. Oh, and then Max. Oh, doggies everywhere. Perfect day. And here we have the backside of Tinkerbell's house. And just through here, we have the little hobbit house, very leafy, green, overgrown. Perfect for this area. And here we have the multiplayer portal. I know a lot of people like to have this hidden and out the way, but I quite like the idea of someone being popped out into a nice decorated area. So I've tried to incorporate the pinks from the rainbow on the portal and the glowing from the totem just there. So they make it look a little bit more cohesive. Now just here we have a cute little cottage. Again with the pinks and the ivies and the natural overgrown look to it. And then through here we have some of the stools. We have Kristoff's and Goofy's and a nice little DIY station. Not too fancy, just nice and practical. So through here we have very cute little teapot house. I think this suits the fairy core aspect of the build really well. Very cute. And then we'll go back to the beginning over here. We've got cutie little Max again. Oh, and Maleficent. Hello, Maleficent. This is probably one of my most favourite builds. I feel like it's very cohesive. It's very much sticks to the fairy core vibe and theme, as well as the colour scheme that I like to keep. I quite often like to change out my biomes, especially when I get new items or with the seasons. But I feel that this build is going to stay for quite some time. I don't see myself changing it anytime soon. So yes, that was my peaceful meadow. This is my Forest of Valor. This has a very autumnal theme, with my colour palette being mostly the oranges and yellows, and most importantly, pumpkins. Here we have the town square that I've made. I like to make this bit look a bit more open, make the paths a bit more wide. Dirt paths, I think, are a really good contrast to the dark green grass. Just over here we have Belle's cottage, which I love the colours. They really suit the autumnal vibe, and the trees from Storybook Vale that I have pretty much all over this biome. Here is the blossoming house. I love how it lights up. It's so very beautiful. I've kind of incorporated glow with using the cocoa petals down here as well, the marigold petals. And here is Gaston's. I think it really suits being in the forest. It has a very cute rustic vibe. Eventually I will come up with a better descriptive word than cute, but I can't help that everything is so cute. Here we have the mushroom pond, which I think is a very good addition. We have the Winnie the Pooh tree. I cannot wait until Winnie the Pooh is in the game. As you can see, I'm in a very Winnie the Pooh style outfit. I think it's very cottagecore, very cute. And once he's in the valley, I'm going to be a very happy girl. Just here, where Finn is modelling very nicely, is a nice autumnal table setup with some very special pumpkins on there. And we have the mushroom home here. This was when I think DDV was just starting to get the style right, when they started bringing in these houses and stuff like this. Perfection. This is an inventory house. It has all of the items that you can pick up from Storybook Vale. We have Wally's garden here. And then we have Mulan's stall. Wasn't quite sure where to put Mulan's stall, but it works. Just here we have the fairy godmother's pumpkin house. Again, might be biased, but it's one of my favourite houses. And the Goofy stall. I haven't done anything too special with the stall. It's just kind of there. Pooah, little baby Pooah. Just a cute baby that I'm gonna follow around. Oh, see what I mean by when they sit down at the seats, it makes it look so lived in. So nice. Over here, we have a bit more of a romantic theme. I have the Beauty and the Beast castle in the background. I've used the river kit here to put the swan boats on. And I've actually done something with the whales for once and made it very pretty there. But unfortunately, when the villagers spawn in, they get trapped in there. So Prince Eric is just trapped there for a little bit. He's fine. Don't worry about him. I've used some more of the ruins. I can't get enough of these. You will see them in many, many more builds. Here we have the Beast Flower stall. I don't really like the stall. I don't think it looks... Well, I guess it's pretty from this angle, but from this angle, I think it's a bit much. So it's kind of hidden back here, really, to be honest. Here I have Elsa's cave. I've tried to make the path kind of make it look like it's part of the other biome up here. I don't like that there has the overflow of the ice in the Forest of Valor, so kind of try to incorporate it, or not incorporate it, by blocking it off. And round here, oh, look at Alice sitting down. Oh, that's so sweet. So I have the Lady and the Tramp dining table here, and Alice is looking just so sweet sitting there. So this is one of my more favourite biomes that I've made. I love autumn. I love pumpkins. I love the romantic theme that I've gone for the other side of the river. I feel like this is a complete biome and I won't want to come back and make any changes here. Here we are in the Frosted Heights. I found this biome pretty difficult to decorate to begin with, but after Christmas and the event, I think I found some good items for here. First of all, we have the well over here. I love putting the rocks around to create a kind of division, especially in this biome when there's not a lot of grass, when there's only one path that's really suitable for my aesthetic that I've gone for in this biome. I have the cute illuminated deers in the background. I really like them. I think they're so sweet. We have the Wish Blossom Ranch greenery that I have been using. I love this tree, especially with the lights. I think it looks so cute. I have just a little bit of a rustic decorations over here, some trees, some bushes. I have added the illuminated snowflakes here for a little bit of different texture, a little bit of different height, and they glow very nicely at night. I have Christoph's sleigh here, which I think really goes with the wooden lodge over here. Makes it look a bit more like a resort. One of the dream snaps we had relatively recently was a lodge theme. I like to use the dream snaps as prompts to do some decorating because sometimes I do lack a bit of inspiration. So when it suits my style, I do like to incorporate it actually into a build, like I have here with the lodge. We have some good access here for the fishing, and over here we have some more greenery bushes, again from Wish Blossom Ranch. I've used some more of the rocks to make a little section. And over here I'm using the Frozen River Kit. I wasn't sure about this Frozen River Kit to begin with, but now I've been using it for quite a while. I really like it. I think it gives something a little bit extra than just the regular river kit, especially in these cold biomes. And now that we have Wish Blossom Ranch, it goes quite nicely with some of the snow-covered areas there too. But this is about Frosted Heights. So back to it. Oh, look at Olaf sitting. Oh, so sweet. Just here we have a little seating area, some lights with the northern lights as well. It looks very pretty over here. The northern lights show much more at night, but still. We have another house here. I can't remember what this one's called, but it looks really good with the Frozen River Kit. I have a nice pebble path that takes us over to the river now. We have Goofy Stall. I haven't decorated it that much, just put some greenery, or rather blue and purplery. Like I said with some of my other biomes, I like to follow a colour palette, and with this one I've gone for blues and purples. Just here I've made it look a bit more Christmassy over the river. So we have this Christmas themed house, which I just don't have the heart to put away. Usually I would take away the seasonal items, but I think this is going to stay for a little bit longer. We have a little food hut here and a food stall just next to it. Here we have a food truck. I've gone for a very much Christmas market vibe over here. I've got some more little filler areas where I've used the giant baubles and the Wish Blossom Ranch trees again. I cannot get enough of this one with the lights. It will be in every snowy biome. And I've used some of the purple trees too. Over here we have another little filler area, and I've put the totem here. For a while I didn't have the totems in the biomes that they should be, but I'm slowly putting them back and decorating with them. I have access to all my mining nodes behind here, so it's nice and easy and functional to use this biome as well. If we go behind this big house, I've got access to the mining nodes behind here as well, and to Olaf's cave. Overall, I did find this biome pretty tricky to decorate. I'm not very good with decorating snowy, icy areas, but with some of the extra items that came this winter and Christmas, I think I did a pretty good job. Here we are in the Forgotten Land. Spooky is probably one of my favorite aesthetics, especially to decorate. So I had a lot of fun with this biome. It did have its struggles, and I will go into that as we go along. I had to change the time of day to night so we could see all the glowing lights that I've put out. So let's start over here. This is my little Nightmare Before Christmas section. Here we have the mayor's car, Jack's house, the arch here, that's from Nightmare Before Christmas. And we've got Jack's tree here with the lock, stock and barrel bathtub. I love the glow of these purple lamps everywhere. It just makes it look so eerie. I really love the placement of this too, where you can see the sky behind it. And we've got some gravestones here. Love these 0 gravestones, and it makes this area look much more purposeful. So it actually does look like a graveyard, not just a filler piece. Over here we have the Haunted Mansion. I've made this as kind of the focal point, having this path leading up to it. We have another Nightmare Before Christmas item here of the fountain and some spooky trees. I've really enjoyed putting out all these jack-o'-lanterns everywhere with the glow of their faces, making it look very eerie. And I've put a couple of these candles as well around. Over here I've made a bit more of a witchy area. Here we have a witch shop. At some point I'd like to actually decorate inside here to make it look like a potion shop. Here we have a little potion stall. This node is a little bit more difficult to get to, but you can sneak on by there. The fortune teller's tent here really adds that witchy vibe that I was going for. Just down here we have Lady Tremaine's house. I think it looks like quite a good forgotten, overgrown house in the corner. Kind of spooky, eerie with the floating candles around. I love that these floating candles can be outside now. Such a great addition to the game. What I was saying about the challenges earlier, not being able to move these things, very annoying. Really limits where you can put things. Found has become a little bit awkward because of it, especially this stupid tree house. Oh my god, I wish we could move it. I've had to make this weird fenced off area here. It's not my favorite, but kind of made it look like a back garden, I guess, with a tree house in the back garden. I don't know. It's the best I could do with that monstrosity of a house I wish we could remove. We have the well here with the Snow White tree. This raven just wants to be the center of attention. Excuse me. I really love this tree. I wasn't sure what I was going to think of it at first. In this area especially, 10 out of 10. Just here I've got a little pagoda with all the floating candles around it. I really love these little filler areas that I've made a lot around here. Like I said, the layout was very challenging, so just making these little areas seemed like the right thing to do. Over here we have the Cheshire Cat's house, or tree, and we have the well that was from the Halloween event, and it's got some crows that are around it at all times, which I think is a very cool effect. Over here, we're at the back of the Haunted Mansion, and I've made another little graveyard. I love these items here from the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney, which is one of my absolute all-time favorite rides. So the fact that we got this Haunted Mansion stuff, just amazing. This was probably one of my favorite biomes to decorate because I love spooky. I wouldn't say it's my favorite biome overall because it has been very awkward to decorate. And because of the limitations of the pieces that we can't move, I do feel like the flow was a little bit jagged. Maybe one day we'll be able to remove those items and I'll be able to make the flow here a little bit more appealing. We're here in the sunlit plateau. I found this area one of the most challenging areas next to Dazzle Beach, which you'll see soon. I didn't want to go for a safari or Sahara kind of theme, so I've gone for a piratey jungle theme, and I think it came out pretty good. So when we come around here, we have one of my inventory houses. This is for Eternity Isle. I have all the bits and pieces that you can pick up from there inside this house. I think it looked quite tropical, so I'd go with the more jungly theme. And I have the rainbow going across it from Peter Pan. Here we have some treasure that has been left here by the pirates. Sneaky pirates. And here I have decorated the path with all of the forageables. They're all in one biome, so I know where to go pick them all up. And here I've used the river kit. I've actually used the main bit with the waterfall and the rainbow, which I think looks so lovely in this area. Magical, like there'll be treasure down there. I've used a little canoe here. It's from Eternity Isle. And another little one here, again from Eternity Isle. I think this makes it look very mystical and magical, like you're going on an adventure. Down here we have Goofy's stall. Again, not much going on with this stall, just decorated it a little bit. We have the mine here. I have a DIY crafting stall here, so I can craft the mining potions for when I go down there. Nice and practical. Along here, I have tried to make it look like a market stall, so maybe this is where the pirates are selling all their plundered goods. And we've got another waterfall here. This is Nala's waterfall from her level 10 quest. I have the Eternity Isle streetlights here. I think they really suit the jungly vibe that I've got going on here. I've put Donald's house here as it is a ship. Maybe he is the pirate. I think he is the pirate. Yeah. I think he's actually dressed in a pirate outfit. So yeah, he is the pirate. We have a mining node, so I've left that nice and clear. Just a nice little filler area. Just here, I've put one of the swamp trees. I think it really suits the vibe of this biome, looking like a jungle, very swampy, overgrown. I've continued with the market stall down here, and maybe there is a vendor that lives in this little tent. We have Peter Pan's house here. I think he really suits the vibe of this biome. Him and the Lost Boys look like they would make this place a home. So, just over the river, we have the well here, and I have a critter home. We have the pirate parrot living in there, and the pirate monkey. I would like to go back over all my other biomes and put in some little guys that would suit the areas. Again, we're continuing on the market stall theme. Over here, we have a Pirates of the Caribbean item. This is from the ride. I love it. I actually didn't know how much I would love this item. I like to decorate very naturally, overgrown, like abandoned, and this item, it fits that description. So that was the Sunlit Plateau. I actually surprised myself with this theme. I didn't know what I was going to do in here at all. For ages, it was just kind of filled with Lion King stuff, and I didn't like it. So I gave it this complete and utter makeover. And to be honest, I don't see myself changing this one for a while. Honestly, unless they get some more jungle pirate items, this biome's done. Here we are at the Glade of Trust. So I knew I wanted to do something with Tiana, and I knew I wanted to do something with Rapunzel here. So let's start over at the Rapunzel side. Just here we have her tower. I wanted it to look like it was in the middle of some streams, or to bring over the swamp vibe that I've got going over the other side with the water escaping. I made a little bridge out of the cobblestone wall here and used the river kits again. We have the Rapunzel's lanterns, which just look so beautiful bobbing about there. And we have her easel here. Easy access to the pond and easy access to her house. I've got her guitar here and a nice little area for her to lounge. I really thought about this area and how Rapunzel herself would live in this area, so to speak. Rapunzel is one of my absolute favorite characters. Tangled is one of my favorite films. So I had to go a little bit extra to make it like this was an area that she would live in, that she would paint in, craft in, create things. I went a little bit overboard with imagining her as a character living in this space, but I'm fine with that and I love it. As we go over the river, I have Tiana's house. So this area I have made more Louisiana swamp vibe, very much for Tiana. We have easy access to the pond here. Some more of the castle ruins back there. And here is the actual swamp that I've tried to make. I have a boat on there, making it look like the boat is what people use to get over to this house. We have the Tiana's lotus flowers glowing there, very pretty, and the one and only fireflies. I didn't do this dream path, the Tiana one. I wasn't playing Dreamlight Valley at the time, so when this came back round to the shop, you bet. I use it everywhere. Well, in every dream snap for sure. This house is a very cute little bayou looking house. I had to add it to this area. We've got the jungle cruise boat that has unfortunately sunk down here. Again, like, in case you haven't realized, my vibe is very much abandoned, overgrown, mossy. So when it came to decorating a swamp, I was in my element. Just here we have a very intact jungle cruise riverboat here. Just here we have Tiana's restaurant. This is something that I would like to work on. I feel it's a bit bare, maybe a bit more greenery. I just haven't got round to filling out this area completely. Just down here, we have Tiana's zebra. I love the... Hello, Sally. Oh, he's so extra, please. Get out. Get out of here. Anyway, I love this pagoda. I love the flowers on it. I had to find a way to incorporate it into this area. So I put some of the butterfly flowers in, some of the beach grass, making it look like a overgrown garden. Just here, I added a little filler space. One of my personal favorite things to do on this game is to make little filler spaces. So with these lanterns, the greenery, the shrubs, and then the water feature in the middle, it's a really nice little filler piece here. I have Tiana's stool here. I didn't want it right outside her restaurant, so I did it close enough. I've used some of these Atlantis looking rocks here. I'm not sure if this is actually from Atlantis or the ancient ruin stuff, but either way, I think it makes it look very mystical, magical over here. Just like using the totems makes the place look very mystical, magical, and again, overgrown. It's just my aesthetic, guys. Overgrown, mossy bushes. So this is my glade of trust. I really enjoyed decorating this area. It ticks all the boxes for my overall aesthetic, not just my spooky aesthetic. So I really enjoyed decorating this area. I had a clear idea of what I wanted to do. So when it started all coming together, I really enjoyed myself. Again, I don't think this biome is completely finished. Like I said, over by Tiana's restaurant, I think that needs a bit of work. But the Rapunzel area and the Bayou swamp area, I think that is done. So eventually, I would like to come back and just tweak that. Here we are on my Dazzle Beach. Now, this biome isn't decorated very well, if not hardly at all. I've really struggled to try and do this biome. I think in the future that's going to have to be a challenge of mine to really commit to a theme and a build to this area and do this a little bit more justice. But for now, here we go. So just here we have a little totem. There's some banana trees. Over here is probably the most decorated area. So I have the mossy castle. This castle's just perfect, beautiful, amazing. I had to put it somewhere. So I put it here. I do think it looks nice here, and maybe I can run with this abandoned seaside theme. It's annoying that these lights still are broken. They don't turn on when they should. I wish that would get fixed because they look so pretty, so nice. Actually, looking at these lights, maybe some of the Fairy Hollow stuff from Wish Blossom Ranch might look nice in this area. Maybe. In the future, we'll see. I've got another one of the totems here. And I've continued the overgrown, jungly theme here with some castle ruins and Mickey's stall. Before I get too carried away, let's come over here. And we have Stitch's house. He's got his own little island in the sun, of course, with his surfboards and his hammock. Stitch is a darling little baby, and yeah, I do wish I could decorate his area a little bit better. So again, in the future, this will be a project to do. We have the fishing dock here, really nothing going on. Just here we have Mushu's guardian statue, which I do think suits this area quite well. And I missed the tiki stuff, like I think there was the tiki house and some like tiki looking stools as well. So maybe if those come back around, I could get them and they would go nice in this area. This stupid light. Over here, I've got to say, there's nothing going on. We have this nice glowing tree, Moana's fish stall, the well here, but yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I would say that this area, she needs some work, you know? So that's my Dazzle Beach, I'm embarrassed to say. But like I said, I've got some ideas. The tiki stuff comes back around. Maybe I'll grab that if I have the moonstones. There's got a stitch bundle as well that I might purchase to make this area look a bit better. So we'll go for like a tiki / stitch theme. Yeah, we'll see. That'll be a future video if I manage to get those items. So stay tuned for that. So that was my valley tour. Like I said, it's mostly finished, but there's some tweaks here and there, and definitely the Dazzle Beach needs redoing, or just completing in general. I know I pretty much said all of the biomes were my favourite biomes, but this one is. I just feel like this one is the most complete and the most cohesive. I hope you join me while I continue to decorate the DLCs. Eternity Isle is quite a hard one for me. I have decorated some of it. Part of me feels like I should go in DLC order and complete Eternity Isle next. But a much more excited part of me wants to move on to Wish Blossom Ranch. We'll see which one wins out. So I hope you join me for more decorating videos, not just completed biomes, but actually decorating. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this little pumpkin in this safe patch of the internet. Until next time, bye!